Hello and welcome back, artists and designers. Today we're going to go over real quickly how to approach this zombie vector portrait, or again, you can choose not to do the zombie portion. If you would prefer to do a normal version, you can. So let's go ahead and analyze what we got going on this image here. So we have the original photo. There you go. Photo of this picture of my son right here, and over top of that, if you're going to do the zombie, I'm going to recommend you do it either right in Illustrator or do it in Photoshop, and do just kind of a quick little sketch of what you want to do. Exposed brain, dark circles under the eyes, maybe breaks in the skin here, the tongue hanging out, things like that. So just kind of give yourself a general plan. That's just a rough draft idea for that. So then we're going to hide that one. The next step is to do the inking, and this is probably the most important step. In the next video, we'll talk a little bit about the blob brush and how and why we use that. So you kind of do all of your inking and defining it. That's what really holds the whole thing together. So the image should look pretty good. Even if you only have the inking, you should be able to still see that, see some of those shadows and highlights, and feel like, okay, I still know what that image is. The next step is to do the flat color layer. So I have the flats here, and really all that is, if I turn that off, you can see those are just big blobs of flat. We do typically with the blob brush or the pencil tool. And then you have your shadow layer right here, and that adds some extra detail to it. And I see I got a highlight on there too. And we got our highlight layer as well that builds up on top of that. And then I did add an extra area for the tongue because I had trouble seeing it on the original inking layer. So I did it on there, and then I did a layer over top of that with the highlights and shadows, just to kind of bring the whole project home right there. And there you go. So that kind of breaks down how we pull that together. Oh, and I had a background layer as well. So you might have 4 layers, you might have 6 layers, depending on how complex you get with this, but that kind of breaks it down into the essential key ingredients for our project. In the next video, we'll really specifically focus on the inking step, because that, I think, is the key ingredient and the most important, whether you're doing the zombie version or the normal version. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Have fun.